What's up, guys? Welcome back to another video. So today we have talked about the Atari VCS. Yes, I know, this retro console that is kind of on a never-ending string as to whether we're going to get it or not. And we got some more news about it today. And it's actually game news, so more in the collection of games that you're going to be able to access through the Atari VCS. So as you can see here, this was an Indiegogo console that met its goal easily, and it was met back in June. So June 30th, 2018. So over a year ago. And it has right now $4 million Canadian of currency from crowdfunding that is backing it. I'm in Canada, but over 3 million American. You're buying this from the United States. I mean, there's been a lot of controversy so far with the Atari VCS, more so on the fact that we haven't got too much news about it, and there's a lot of skepticism about whether this console is actually going to come out because of the previous retro style consoles like this that have been promised and just never came to fruition, the Coleco Chameleon. But this one, out of them all, I have to say, from the start till now, was the most promising, and then it kind of went downhill. We didn't hear much about it. There was lots of rumors that there was some development issues, that they haven't even started it, stuff like that, and it was just going awry. And now we got more news today that it is probably going to be completed. Now, before we jump into the news today, just want to show off what the console is in case you don't know what it is. So basically, it is this console here. I think it actually looks really nice, if I have to say so myself. I think on the actual concept and design itself, they did a really nice job, even with all the different colors and everything. I think they did a really nice job on its look. But basically, it is a streaming box that comes with the kind of redone retro style Atari joystick and a regular controller, and you're going to be able to stream classic and retro games as well as new games apparently through this device on your TV. And I mean, streaming retro games obviously isn't going to be difficult. Streaming the new games, we'll have to see how that works. But they've promised new enhanced Atari versions of games and things like that. And now with the announcement today, we will just switch to it here. They announced that they are teaming up with a retro game streaming service that was backed by Kickstarter a while back, and it's called Antstream. And basically they have a whole library of retro games that you can stream if you sign up for their service. You don't have to get emulators or anything like that, and you can stream this anywhere. You can download the app on your phone, on your computer, on your laptop, on your tablet, anywhere pretty much, and you can stream retro games across many different generations, across many different consoles. So pretty much Antstream has stuff from, says it here in this article, the Mega Drive, the Genesis, the N64, the Commodore 64, and so on, Atari 2600. And that's what that is for. That's what this system, Antstream, is for. If you want to just play retro games, you don't want to deal with emulators, and you don't want to deal with going out and trying to find the actual cartridges and play them on the real console, you can just stream them. Now, Atari announced in this posting that they're teaming up with Antstream, and you're going to have the app on your Atari VCS, and you're going to get some enhanced Atari games exclusive to that Antstream app on the Atari VCS that you wouldn't be able to get in your regular Antstream account. Now, firstly with this, that was their big game announcement. And the problem with this is that in order to play these Antstream games on your Atari VCS, not only do you have to drop over $400 with taxes and everything on this console to stream retro games, you're going to have to sign up for a monthly subscription pass for Antstream. So to see the pricing, I had to log in through my Facebook. I couldn't really find it any other way. I had to link my Facebook account to the service. And here's the pricing for Antstream if you would ever want to sign up for this. Even if you don't have the Atari VCS and you just want an account, it's going to cost $10 or 10 British pounds a month, or you can pay in full for an entire year and it's going to cost you 8 British pounds per month if you break it down like that. So this is wherein lies the problem with this service, is that you're paying over $400 with taxes, like I said, for the Atari VCS, which is just a streaming box for retro games, which you could easily get any of these retro games anywhere else. An example of a great console is the Sega Genesis Mini, retro games. Then you got the Super Nintendo Mini. You can play tons of great retro games on this. And I know you're saying, well, it's limited to the amount of games, but I mean, you're only paying a one-time fee of, what is it, $60 or $80 for this, and you get this cool little console, you get controllers, and you don't have to worry about streaming services. It's all on here, and you get all like the best games. You like, honestly, if you just want to experience the best games on these consoles, just pick up one of those and you'll be set for a very long time because there's tons of good games on it. So The problem here is that you're paying over $400 and then you have to pay an additional amount to get this streaming service that you don't even need to buy the Atari VCS for. It's literally they're just throwing on an app because they're using Linux. They're just throwing on an app onto the OS and selling it as you're getting a bunch of new games. And then they're going to throw in a couple of enhanced Atari games as well as part of the incentive to buy Antstream on the Atari VCS. But I mean, is it really worth over $400 just to get a couple of what is that? I think it was like they said 50, not a couple. Yeah, I guess it's a little bit more than a couple, but it's 50. Our plan is for the Atari VCS Antstream app to debut with at least 50 Atari home and arcade titles, plus the full Antstream lineup of licensed retro classics, curated from a huge collection of classic games from the legendary console, including blah 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 blah. But yeah, I guess if you want to pay all that money, just get an extra 50 enhanced Atari games that you couldn't get anywhere else. I guess it's worth it for you, but I mean, for most people, it won't be. So I don't think this announcement is anything special. They're literally just throwing an app that's already out there available for everybody onto the Atari VCS and then saying that you're getting this large collection of games. And this just shows me that they're obviously struggling to pull new games or to pull any sort of interesting, unique software for the Atari VCS onto the console. Another thing in this article I found that was pretty interesting, which kind of does make sense to me as well, is that they said that the Atari VCS lands in people's homes in late 2019, or in September, or early 2020. So by February, I would say that can considered early. March, considered early 2020. And then if you go to their website, it's just so totally inconsistent because on their website, it says it launches in 2020, shipping early 2020. So they're saying there's a chance that it could come out earlier than what it says on their website. I don't know, that's kind of interesting, but highly doubtful that's going to come out in late 2019. Now, on top of those game announcements, this I think is the most important announcement that they showed off, or the most exciting people for have pre-ordered the console that will give them a bit of hope that this thing's actually going to come out, is that they showed a pre-production board that just came hot off the presses, they said. And this is what's going to be that in the Atari VCS that powers everything. So there's that. That shows hope. I mean, you even see the Ryzen processor in there. You see the Atari branding. I mean, this could all be fake. I doubt it's fake, but it's cool that they have actually showed this. And at least there is some news and some hope for people who have pre-ordered the console. And I really hope that it all comes to fruition because people have spent their hard-earned money backing this. And if it doesn't work out, that would completely suck. So I really hope it works out. And honestly, even though I sound like I'm pretty down on this, I hope that it becomes a great console. And I hope that people who have pre-ordered it love it. And I would love to know in the comments below if you've pre-ordered the Atari VCS and if this is something that interests you. I want to know what the interest is for spending the type of money that this console costs to get a box that streams just retro games. Is it just the nostalgia, or is it because it actually looks cool? I mean, the console itself looks great. Or is it something that you really, really desire and something that you're really excited about? I would love to know in the comments below because I'm very interested in seeing the progression of this, and I want to know if this console it turns out well and when it lands in people's hands, if it's any good. That's just my thoughts on this. It was pretty interesting. It was kind of a big news day for the Atari VCS after having really heard much for a very long time. So it's good that there's some news there, even though the games part of it, I'm kind of confused what they're trying to do there. But let me know in the comments below what you think about this. Thank you guys all for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please hit that thumbs up button, subscribe if you're new to this channel, and I'll catch you in the next video.